Just got home from a long days of work. No time to rest now. Baby 3, baby girl number 3, will be here any minute now, or day, who knows, right? Never know with babies. I got some skills to brush up on. Today I'm gonna teach you how to swaddle, so let's get into my montage. So I'm a big proponent of the do-do method, D-U-D-U. It stands for down, up, and that's the method in which, or at least the steps in which you follow to swaddle the infant. And I'll go into that into detail. But also, what kind of blanket do you want to use? Well, I have my personal preference. Everyone has their own personal preference on what kind of blanket they want to use, the materials. Let me just undo this one real quick. These are 100% cotton. And I like these for a couple reasons. So these blankets, they are stretchy, just a little bit stretchy. I don't know if you guys can see that. They stretch a little bit, which is good for the baby. They have some movement. They also are very breathable. I love these things, and they're nice and light. So there's probably more reasons than that, but those are the reasons I really like these cotton blankets for, and they're pretty cheap. They're also good for the baby's skin. Yeah, that's my favorite blanket whenever I'm swaddling. Yeah, I've used other things in the past. I've also used those Swaddle Me things, which are kind of like a polyester material and they have Velcro on them. I don't like how they swaddle the baby. I feel like the legs are just kind of floating about in those things. I don't like the material that much. It's like a polyester, they're not that breathable. But they're better than nothing, I will say that. But I'll put it in a link down in the description for these blankets. I'm sure I can find something almost exactly like that on Amazon for you guys to check out. They're my absolute favorite. Okay, so before you even put your baby on the blanket, you need to crease over the top portion. Holy cow, I totally forgot. Where do you want to do your swaddles? You want to do your swaddles on the floor, or if you have a really big bed, you can do them there. I've seen videos on YouTube of people doing them on a table. That is really bad. You know, I just worry, you know, if the baby turns or the baby slides off the table because you're moving them around. Like, just don't do it on the floor. They cannot fall from the floor. Or if you have a really big soft bed, like a king size bed, you'll have plenty of space. But please don't do it on a desk or a table for the baby's safety. Holy cow, I can't stress that enough. So I'm gonna take the very top. This is where you want to put the baby's head here in a second. And then, so nice little fold there. I'm not gonna go over how much you need to fold it. It would depend a lot on the size of the blanket as well as the size of the baby, but roughly about half the baby's length, I think that's a good place to start. So you're gonna take your baby with care, always support the head, right here in the middle of it, okay? Now, I'm left-handed. I guess I'll start with my left hand here. I can do it the other way as well. It doesn't matter to me. But the whole point is to get this baby's arms tied in nice and tight. So the first thing I'm gonna do is grab the edge. So I'll do that again. You grab the edge of this fold here and you go to the opposite hip. And then, of course, fold that over down the bottom. And then take the other baby's arm here, fold that over, and you're just gonna lead the baby around here like so, okay? And get it tucked in behind the baby. So that portion is locking this arm down. And so that is the down, the first down, and then there's this is our first up. And so you just fold this portion up. Don't worry about how pretty it is. It'll get prettier here in a second if you're worried about aesthetics. So this portion, you kind of lock the baby's arm down there. And then you take this opposite corner here and you go to the opposite corner, or you do the down motion to its opposite hip. And the whole time I'm keeping the baby's arms in place. I don't want the baby to be squirming about. And then I tuck that around the side here, okay? And then you have all this stuff here at the bottom that you're gonna need to do something with. And that is actually the locking mechanism of your swaddle. So I like to pick up the baby and do this. This is just how I do it as a dad. I don't know if a lot of mommies can kind of do this with one hand, but I take this tail portion and I fold it over and then I tuck it in. Like so, okay? Now that wasn't my best swaddle. That was actually one of my worst swaddles I've done in a while. I'm just gonna do another one real quick here that's fast motion. That's gonna look a whole lot better than this. You know, I like to have my swaddles down to perfection. That swaddle's a lot better than my last one, and I know it looks a little deformed here at the bottom. Remember, this is not a real baby. But let's wrap this one up, pun totally intended. But I suggest you guys really need to practice. You're not gonna be good at swaddling probably the first 20 times. Remember, there's a lot of things that you need to focus on. Of course, the baby's safety at all times. Make sure the head is secured. Once you got that, I mean, that's the most important thing, secure the baby's head. It's gonna be really hard for you to tighten it too tight. Tighten these babies up. They wanna feel like they're being hugged and squeezed inside their mother's womb. That's what the swaddle's all about, to recreate that high pressure environment of them being warm and in like a hot tub. Imagine being in a hot tub. That's what you're trying to simulate here. It's not gonna happen, but that's what you wanna do. So you need to tie them nice and tight in the swaddle. But I will see you guys down in the comments below, especially you new dads. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you out. Any mommies out there, of course, I'll help you out as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is totally outside of my realm. In terms of YouTube, most of you know me for other things like cars, but there's a lot on my mind lately, especially my newborn gonna be here any minute, any day now. So I felt like I would share my knowledge with my daddies out there. Let's get out of here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.